But also, I'm doing a reread of Lilac and Night Pain before Skyshade comes out next week. And since I have the Kindle Unlimited book, right now, I can get the audiobook for like $7. And I'm not paying $14.95 a month for Audible One right now. But also, like, for 1 credit a month, that's too much. But like, I wish there was like a Kindle Unlimited version of Audible. An Audible Unlimited kind of thing. Where like with Kindle Unlimited, you can listen to the audiobooks and not do the like assistant reader like on the app, which is nice to have. But at the same time, the audiobooks just sound better, so I had to get the audiobook. Who's Heath? Okay, apparently an ex-boyfriend has arrived in the picture. And I'm going to go back to my apartment now. I, of course, live in an area where we do daylight savings. And honestly, it's stupid and I don't like it. I'm sorry, what? What? Are you, what? Okay, this is so funny. So our girl, Vivian, wanted a late night snack, so, and her late night snack, it's also very weird. But like, I don't think she's eating it together, like actually mixing it together, okay? And it's Pringles, pickles, and pudding. And like, I just assume like she just is eating like them separately, but like at this, you know? So like, that's not as weird. I mean, it's an interesting combination, but it's not as weird as Dante putting soy sauce on ice cream. Soy sauce on ice cream? Anyways, back to reading. Okay, she dipped the pickle in the pudding. She dumped it. She dipped it in the pudding. She likes the soy sauce on the ice cream. No. Just realized my last clip, my mic wasn't on, but I think it was just like a reading clip. In case that it didn't, in case that my mic wasn't on when I talked about this. But the late night snacks, Vivian had Pringles, pickles, and pudding, and she dipped the pickle into the pudding. And Dante had soy sauce on ice cream. Interesting. But I am very much enjoying, I do like their dynamic. I love their banter so much. But also I just love his nickname for her. I'm a sucker for nicknames. But this nickname, oh my goodness. He calls her Mia Cara. And I know Mia means my. And I think Cara means darling. Okay, yeah, the translation is my dear. But last time when I looked it up, it said my darling. But either way, I love it. And I love it. I do have the audiobook can also be played from my Kindle as well, but I can't speed it up as much. Even though I don't need the help of the audiobook to actually read this book. But just because I want to get a good chunk of it. But also I just love hearing the guy's voice. I love hearing the Mia Cara said out loud. It's just so nice. And it's raining now. Perfect. Perfect ambiance as well. Anyways, I'm in chapter 12. Anyway, I'm gonna hop in the shower for no reason. Well, honestly, just to feel the warmth of the water. I don't know. Read a little bit. And then I'll probably be back in the same shirt or pajamas. I mean, either way, I'll have pajama pants on. Can't believe this is actual life right now. Anyways, one, on campus, so depressing. Like, the energy is so depressing and sad, and like in class, people usually are talking before the class starts for the most part. Not as much, but also some people just have not shown up, and I don't mind them. And I also have to study for an exam. I have to work on an essay, but I don't know if I can do that right now, but it's Wednesday and that paper is due Friday, but I might have to ask for an extension because like I might read a good amount of King of Wrath off camera and then come back to you with thoughts, because honestly I just want to escape today and then talk to you about my thoughts and feels, and then you'll just see this video. Alright, I don't remember what I said last. It's been a bit, okay? I kind of took a break from King of Wrath, not that I wanted to, it just, I was not in a mood where I wanted to read just books, like, you know, like just not thoughtless, because you still think when you read these books, but like I was more in the mood for say the Hunger Games. I'm only in the 12th chapter, so I just completely removed that date from the initial, like when I initially started the book. Anyway, I'm getting back now. I'm gonna shut up, and I'm probably cutting out a lot of rambling. Okay, I know my hair looks great. Okay, but I'm in chapter 27. I'm in chapter 27, and we're now. Well, I'm the one reading it right now, but I'm now to the point, well, I'm a little past the point, but where Dante finally admits that it's more than just business now, and then Vivian is like, it's more than just my duty now, or something, like her duty to her family, something like that. And oh my goodness. And let me just say, Miss Anna, these spicy scenes are something, okay? Wow. He's right up there with Christian. Okay, I just want to say, don't mind the hair. It is currently damp from showering and it's not brushed yet. But I have an update. 2 updates, kind of. It's 1 update. But the first update being, I indeed finished King of Wrath last night, and I'm so happy about that. Today is Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. And tomorrow, I have to go back to my apartment. So that was my goal, to finish this one before going back. And then to read King of Pride, like, when I'm back. And then take the last week as a break, like, while I'm still there. And then come, when I'm back at home, start the next book. But we have a development. We have a development, okay? I indeed already started King of Pride last night on my Kindle, and I got to, like, Kindle number wise, it was page 60 when I stopped. But in the physical book, it was like a little bit more than page 60 something, because the Kindle pages and physical book pages are off. And then I read more this morning, like as soon as I woke up, and I'm now at the start of chapter 20. And in the physical book, that's 179 out of 300 something, 373, and that's excluding like the snippet of or sneak peek or whatever of the first book, which I think is funny. But technically, they could be read as standalones, but at the same time, but because they're interconnected, so like it's better if you just read them all in order. I highly recommend. And I'm already in the 100s. And I have a feeling I can get pretty much a good chunk of this done. Tonight, I am, since today's Saturday, there's 2 videos for me to watch. And they're both, well, one of them's an hour something. And then the other one is still pretty lengthy, but it's not an hour, but still pretty lengthy. I just finished that one, actually. And then I'm going to start the next one. Saturday is the day I look forward to for videos, well, for certain videos. And that is the Kevin Lang video. Actually, 2 videos, because on the second channel, I still have to watch that. And then the Smosh Reddit stories. And wow, this camera battery isn't charged either. Okay. So I will get back to you when both of my batteries are charged, because apparently I did not plug this one in when I was using the other one, so, or, you know, charge it. So anyways, I think I gave this a 4.5. I will be talking more about it, and I need to talk a little bit more about this one because I literally I've been speeding through it, and I'm going through and adding tabs because I was reading it on my Kindle. But I will be obviously talking about each book at the very end, and there should be chapters for each book. I will probably need to talk a little bit more about this one before I start talking about this one, about this King of Pride. So right now it might still be in the King of Wrath section. And oh my goodness, the significance of the cover. And also the title, the Pride part, definitely. There's some significance there, and I love it. And also, I love Kai. I love Kai more than I thought I would. I was excited for this because in the first book, in King of Wrath, Isabella seemed like a very fun character. So I was excited for that aspect as well. And she is a fun character. Obviously, there's more to her than just being fun. But you know, she's one of those characters where you're can be instantly drawn to in a way. Once again, hair's not brushed yet. Let's chat a little bit more about King of Wrath before we officially move into the King of Pride segment. Now that book is in the bathroom because I'm about to get in the bath. For King of Wrath, oh my goodness, I feel like I should have written down my thoughts after finishing it, but when I finished it, it was a little late, so I didn't write anything down. All I wrote was ate it up, though it is not showing in my reviews, which is very odd. Oh, okay, it's showing down there, which is so weird. I rated King of Wrath a 4.5 because I did really enjoy it, and I saw one review says this is a grumpy ex-sunshine romance, which I can totally see, but also I don't see. I definitely see the grumpy aspect for sure. Dante definitely does give some grumpy vibes at times. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Clearly, I ate it up, and Dante Russo, the man that he is. But I wouldn't necessarily say that Vivian is is just sunshine. Obviously, she has depth to her and complexity. Dante as well, but I wouldn't classify her as a sunshine character in general. I feel I don't know. She doesn't give me sunshine character say Rapunzel from Tangled. That was just the only example I could think of at the moment. But there is definitely I don't want to say enemies to lovers because I feel that really can only apply to fantasy. But let's just say two different people of two different backgrounds. I guess does that make sense? I don't even know. And I don't know if I said they were married earlier on in this video. They were not, if I did say that, they were not married when I initially said that. They were just engaged. They got married closer to the end of the book. I don't believe it was... I think it was the epilogue when that happened. The epilogue is when they actually get married. But either way, they're engaged for most of the book. And the ring on the cover here is significant, which if you're watching this, then you've read the books, okay? And he gave her a ring. It was a family heirloom. And it has a red gem or jewel, whatever. And it's supposedly super rare. And I was just oh my goodness. Ah. And then there's that one specific quote, which is on the back of the book. But I did highlight it in the epilogue because why would I not? She was my North Star, the brightest jewel in my sky. And then apparently Vivian speaks 6 languages and Italian is one of them. And one thing that I liked about when I was reading on my Kindle, I was able to highlight the Italian and translate it when I was reading on my Kindle. So I was okay, that's what that means. But if I was reading on the book, I would have to pull out my Kindle or pull out Google and look it up because I was what does that mean? And when it was when it was Mikara, I was okay. And it comes up a lot. And I was it's so cute. That's so cute. And just anything I hear Dante say, I just hear the Italian accent. And I'm just loving it. And at the end of the final chapter, not the epilogue, before the epilogue, he says, I love you. But he says, ti amo, instead of I love you. I mean, he says I love you, but he doesn't say it in English. He says ti amo. And then she replies, it's the last line of this chapter with I love you too. I waited that long for them to admit they love each other. Oh no, not the last chapter. The second to last chapter is where that takes place. The other thing is still the epilogue. Okay. And at the beginning I was like, okay, interesting. Like it definitely has a hooking, like a catching first line. And now if I didn't put it down for a time after, you know, the election results, then I would have flown through this and have already finished it. And like I've heard I love Anna, and I, especially after the Twisted series, I'm in love. Like even if I haven't read all her books yet, she's already a fave, okay? And I'm slowly but surely making my way through her books. Hence the Kings of Sin series, whatever. There is also her If Love series, but I don't think those are like as important to read before any of these. I don't feel like it. But no, woo! When I tell you and there wasn't as much, not that I figured that there would be a lot, but I feel like there wasn't as much spice in this book. I don't know how to explain it, but for me, I enjoyed King Brown. But also I'm keeping in mind that it's a different series. That's a 30-minute clip. Oh my god. I've rambled so much in this clip. There was gonna be a lot cut out. We are going into King of Pride now, and I also didn't explain that this has the forbidden love romance trope. So in a second, after this, what you're about to see, I talk about how they inevitably got caught. Isabella is an employee at like the Valhalla Club, and Kai is a member, and you know, like that's a no-no. I just wanted to make that clear so that doesn't seem confusing. All I'm gonna say is chapter 22, A Feather and Bride and Prejudice. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. Chapter 22, A Feather and Bride and Prejudice. The book. Alright, okay. Alright, so the inevitable happened and they got caught and Isabella got fired because the employees get more of the, I don't know the word I'm looking for, the brood of it. They get punished more or something, as in like losing their job. So there's that. Yep, that's all I had to say right now. Okay, well, I just finished King of Pride. The epilogue, it ends with this. Isabella Valencia, I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, Isabella Valencia, will you marry me? Obviously, she says yes. And the peacock feathers on the cover, let's see, have some significance. So it is a good thing that I brought King of Pride. Not King of Pride, King of Greed with me. But before I dive into King of Greed, I'm going to read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and then this it says it's a novella on my Kindle. I really hope I won't regret not bringing the last book as well. But anyways, we're still in the King of Pride section. But there was the third ad breakup scene. There was that, and I was very, very distraught. And I just have to say, I don't like Gabriel, one of Isabella's brothers. Don't like him. He's a butthole. But eventually they got back together. Kai is the CEO now. And our girl is Isabella. Published author, officially. And I will see you tomorrow sometime. Hello everyone. I just woke up, so pardon my appearance, but it is officially King of Greed time, and I started it yesterday. I stopped after finishing chapter 6, so I'm at chapter 7 now, and obviously I am also tabbing this one. And I just want to share some of the tabs, or I think all of them actually, but so this one is the one that has like the second chance romance trope. So this one follows Dominic Davenport and Alexandria Davenport, and this copy actually has some art. So they're already married and everything, and it starts off the very first line. It's just like such a line that like will pull you in for sure. At least in my opinion, it pulled me in. And it's once upon a time I'd love my husband. Like that's it. No more needed. It gives you like what the story is gonna be, even though I already knew it was gonna be second chance romance. Now I'm not usually one for a second chance romance, just because I've given like maybe one too many second chances to people in the past, and that was a bad idea. But I know that's not the case for every person, you know. But I'm also giving that trope a chance with this book, but also so I can get into the next book. you know? That's how it works. And then working, always working, even on our 10-year anniversary. So Mr. Dominic had an emergency work meeting, like after he just got home, like late at night, because of something like with his company, and he missed it because they were supposed to fly to DC for like their 10-year anniversary, and he forgot even after she said it was important. And then not long after that line, she says, I finally had a good reason to cry, but no tears came. I just felt numb. A part of me had expected him to forget or postpone, and wasn't that the saddest part? And like, I'm really feeling for a girl right now. Like, I would hate to have to go through this, because Dominic, we get a little backstory of Dominic. He's like, he used to be, you know, like poor and like just not rich in general. So now he's like, he can't lose that. He can't lose all that money he made, even though he's literally a millionaire now, and he would be completely fine. But what he has is not good enough. And we see that in like one of his chapters. I can't remember exactly what it said, but he wanted to buy a new penthouse, a better penthouse, because it was better. And like the one that they had now, it wasn't better. So, and like if it's not better, then he doesn't want it. And I just, personally, I hate that mentality. And like, I get that you work so hard for what you have now, but you gotta realize there's more important things than that. And he just isn't realizing that, and it's like, you don't realize what you have until it's gone kind of thing, which we'll get to. And then we get, I read it on my Kindle last night, and I already transferred it into the book, but it's also another reason why I didn't record me starting it. I initially was gonna start it in the bath, but then I decided not to. It's why you got that little clip of me lighting the candle and sitting the towel and book down by the bath. Anyway, and then we get a little flashback, which is from her point of view, but of what he says. I don't have the money to buy you all the flowers you deserve yet, he said, sounding so solemn and formal I couldn't help but smile at the contrast between his tone and the jar of colorful paper flowers in his hands. So I made them instead. If a man, like, made me paper flowers, like origami paper flowers, I think I would actually lose it. In a good way. Like, lose it in a good way. I think I might cry. I don't know if I'd cry, but I'd honestly really love it. Like, I mean, and like paper flowers, those don't die. So, I mean, that was a flashback. So he's no longer like that. See, I really hope he has some growth in that department where he realizes that money is not everything and that your wife is more important than your freaking job. Yes, your job is important. It's important to have money. It's important to make money so you can survive this world. But you're already a millionaire. It's not going to hurt you to take a week off or a weekend off in this case to spend time with your wife. But no, she's like, I want a divorce. This, like, losing her is really gonna probably show him, like, you know, losing her, you know. I just had to talk about that. It's 9 a.m. right now. Why am I awake? I woke up at like 8 something. I just had to get that out. Because, like, I really feel for a girl, Alexandra, and I really hope that the way he thinks and stuff gets better. He grows as a character, and that she grows as a character. That she's back to herself, that wouldn't take nothing from nobody. Like, she broke up with a boy who forgot her birthday, I think. Because there was a whole thing where she's like, where's that girl? Like, where's the girl before Alexandria Davenport? Like, she had obviously the last name that she had before she was married. It starts with an F. I can't remember what it is at the moment. I just really hope that it goes in a way that will be nice and that won't make it seem too second chancey. I'm just not the biggest fan of second chance romance. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Not that I am enjoying what I've read so far though Dominic, I'm really not happy with him. But yeah, so far I am enjoying it. I just hope that it will go in like the way that, I mean, I know it will end in a happy kind of ending because, well, that it's a romance book and it's a second chance romance. But like, these things happen, so it's fine. I mean, I'll probably enjoy it regardless because it's taking long. But it probably won't be my favorite out of the series, especially the ones that I've read so far. I'll see you in the next clip, whenever that is, and whatever that's about. It's quick little update time for King of Greed, and I mean quick because I only read chapter 12 yesterday, whatever. But I don't think I mentioned this. I was about to say Dante, then I was like, wait, that's not his name. Dominic has a brother, apparently, like, looks just like him except dark hair, I think, if I recall that correctly. That wasn't from chapter 12, but yeah, green eyes. Yeah, Jack Black hair. Because chapter 11 ends with hello brother, and I just need to point that out. And then I wanted to like share this quote, dreams worth chasing, from chapter 12, which is an Alexandria chapter. And also, if you hear the bath, apologies. I'm getting ready to get in the bath because I'm cold, but also just during my period. Woo. And then this is a really long quote, but I hated the effect he had on me. I hated how my eyes always went to him in a room full of people and how I couldn't stop thinking about him no matter how hard I tried. Most of all, I hated how I couldn't hate him, not even a little bit. No matter how many times he broke my heart, there would always be a piece that belonged to him. Like, I feel for my girl. And my girl filed for divorce, but Dominic still hasn't signed it yet because he's, doing everything he can. She runs into a person in this, and then someone showed up named Roman, but I don't know exactly who he is yet. Because I don't know if that's the brother, but it might be. I don't know. Not really sure yet. But that's my quick little update. Also, I do not know when this happened, when the nail polish came off of this nail. Anyway, I'm going to go get in the bath and do some reading in the bath, and then probably update you after the bath or after I read. Depending on how much I read. If I only read like a chapter, then I'll probably wait till I read a few other chapters to update you, but I am enjoying it though. And I'm so excited to get to the pictures, even though I already looked at them before I even read this book. I looked at it when I bought the book, but I'm excited to get to them again. Okay, so I made it to chapter 15. So I made it to chapter 15, and Roman is the brother, so that is the confirmation for that. And the divorce papers were finally signed at the end of chapter 14. He signed them, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, they aren't what they used to be, because all Dominic really cares about is money. He definitely still loves her, but like it's not enough, I'm very interested to see how it all plays out. I am enjoying it, though I don't think I'm enjoying it as much as the first two books, just because I'm just not the biggest second chance romance person, which I probably already said before this, but just gotta reiterate. I'm still enjoying it, but not as much as the first two, because this one, I'm just not the biggest second chance romance person, unfortunately. But I am interested to see where it goes. And the name of the book definitely makes so much sense. But yeah, that's my update right now. Coming to you live from the hallway, and if you hear the heater in there, apologies. You shouldn't hear it because it's not as loud as, say, the AC, but if it is, I apologize. Anywho, I am that much, I guess. There's 44 chapters plus the epilogue, and I'm in chapter 27 right now. I had it on my mind earlier, but since I didn't, okay, I think I remember. Okay, so this is like how I'm feeling right now with their relationship and stuff. Oh, don't lose the bookmark. How I'm feeling right now with like their relationship and everything. So they're obviously still not together. They're divorced still, obviously. But he literally shows up in freaking, is it Brazil? Then Alexandria's mom is having like her 4th wedding. It's very last minute. And because Dominic followed our girl, Alexandria, to whatever island because he's like, I'm getting her back. Or something, not exactly like that, but so they took his private jet to get to Rio, I think, yeah, Rio/Brazil, and took that private jet, and Alexandria literally just let him come to that wedding because he let her use his private jet. I'm like, girl, you're supposed to be moving on. And I know that obviously she let him stay because obviously she still has feelings for him and everything. And yes, they're going to end up together by the end of this. But like, personally, you didn't need to. He literally broke your heart, girl. Like, what are you doing? And then he's like, one day, just one day. And she says yes to one date because she was like, I'll do this and then it will be over with and then, bye-bye. And I'm like, no. And like, which is so weird because I'm usually shipping every single character from Anna Juan's books, but this couple I just cannot root for. It's so hard for me to root for. I'm rooting for Alexandria and like being herself, finding herself, being confident with herself, but I can't. I just don't know why. I kind of know why, but I'm not rooting for them the same. I ship these two couples so hard. And this one, I find myself going, no, stop it, go away, stay away, don't get back together. It's not that I'm not enjoying the book, because I am thoroughly enjoying the book. It's just the romance aspect of this book that I can't get myself to like root for. Dominic just got shot by Roman. What? Black metal glinted inches from my face. Its barrel as steady and unwavering as the hand that held it. Shock waves rippled through my body. No. Roman's gaze met mine. I'm sorry. Sincere regret laced his voice as he looked at me in the eyes and pulled the trigger. What actually? Anyway, Alexandra has decided to give him one last chance, which I was really hoping that it would be like, no, we can't. I was really hoping it would be that, but I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna be that, but like, part of me hoped. Which is so weird because I'm usually rooting for the romances, for each couple. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm at chapter 40, so I'm almost done, which I will be finishing it today. I do have to go back through a few chapters and add tabs from what I read on my Kindle, but I'm going to do that after I finish the actual book. I'm in the epilogue. In this book, we learn that Vivian's pregnant, okay? And in the epilogue, they have their newborn daughter. Vivian and Dante have their little newborn daughter with them, and her name's Josephine. Ew, that was really high pitched. I'm sorry. And her name's Josephine. Oh. And yeah, in the epilogue as well, Dominic proposes to Alexandra, and she says yes. So we're at that wedding, you know, and then we find out that she's pregnant. Oh. We don't know where Roman is though. And I've also noticed that like in the Kindle version, like there's extra stuff in the chapters than in the physical book, which is so weird to me, but it's fine. Anyways, I'm literally almost done with the epilogue, so. Alright, if you can hear the laundry, apologies, but I've officially finished King of Greed, and, well, I have to say, yay, I'm finished with it. But, like, I'm happy that I finished it because then I can go into the next one, but also, I'm just happy to have finished it as well, just in general. I don't know, I just love. Okay, so thoughts. Not my favorite of the series, as of right now, okay? Not my favorite. Like, my least favorite. I hate to say that is not my favorite, that is my least favorite, but that's the truth. It is. And it's part of it is just I'm not much of a second chance romance girly, but also I just was not very invested in their romance in particular. And yes, probably the second chance romance trope kind of plays into that, but I didn't find Dominic to be, he's not my favorite. He's my least favorite out of all the Anna Huang men of the books I've read. So the Twisted series and the first two, and well, this one of the Kings of Sin series, which is like, I love all the Anna Huang men. So like, this is a weird feeling for me to not really like Dominic. And it's just, it is what it is, just is what it is that I'm not a second chance romance girly, but also I would have loved if they just didn't get married. Like they could be back together, just not get married, but they got married. I mean, I love seeing the growth of Alexandra. I mean, Dominic had growth too, but I feel like his growth wasn't enough for me to truly come around to like really liking him. Like I don't hate him, but like he's not my favorite. But I am like I feel like because I couldn't root for this romance the way that I could any other Anna Huang couple or like with the other two Kings of Sin books, it just makes it my least favorite automatically. Like I loved Alexandra's growth and like she was really the driving point of this book for me. Dominic, I'm sorry, I could care less about Dominic, and I really hate to say that, but I could really care less about him. And I don't know if that's just me and my thing with not really liking second chance romances, but yeah, that's just how I feel about this book. I am rating it a 4-star though, because I still did enjoy it, but like I just didn't really enjoy the romance. With the Kings of Sin series, this is my rating so far of my favorite to least favorite. When I say least favorite, it doesn't mean I dislike the book at all. Like it just means it's my least favorite out of all of the books of the series. So, and where will King of Sloth fall into this on the scale? We shall see. And then obviously whenever King of Envy comes out and I read that, you know? I'm sorry, what? What? Okay, well, one, I switched to just following along on my Kindle. It's all making sense as to why Sloane doesn't talk to her family anymore, aside from Penn. It's because Georgia, her other sister, her husband, okay, and then Bentley is her husband, Georgia's husband, Sloane's brother-in-law, and wait for it, and Sloane's ex-fiance. Ex-fiance, that's right. You heard me. What? It all makes so much sense now because of that. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember what I last updated you on, but I did finish King of Sloth, and I did very much enjoy it, very much so. And now I'm on to King of Envy. I do have the physical book out here, but I'm going to be following along on my Kindle with the audiobook, so, and it's just easier to like highlight quickly, so. And I'm outside. You know, wow, that was really close to my face. You know, I keep forgetting I need to update you on the book, because I'm just so focused on finishing it. But also, I've been working more days out of the week than I was. So, but I'm going to read. I might film a few clips. And I don't even remember what I said last. Did I even update you when I finished King of Sloth? I don't even know. Okay, well, I don't know if it's just because I've been filming some vlog stuff on this PowerShot, but right now it feels so weird. Like looking at the viewfinder, it looks so weird for some reason. I don't know why. And there's like something on there that I don't know what it means. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Anyway, update. I have officially finished King of Envy. I finished it this morning, so that's why I didn't like update until just now, because I finished it like, I would say at 7. I have to say, I really enjoyed this. The yearning was beautiful. And I love Vuk. And I love Shadow. Shadow is the cat. I love Shadow. I very much enjoyed it. And everything, like the romance and everything, it felt so earned. And it made me so happy. Because like, it wasn't like a slow burn, but it wasn't like a, you know, like, let's get right to it, you know? Does that make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense. The yearning, the romance was just built up so good. So any of like the spicy scenes felt earned. So let's do a ranking of these books. Like, so I'm gonna stack them up and then you'll know. Like, on the top is like number 1, like the favorite, and then so on. Well, I know the bottom one, which is, I hate to say that, but I do. Just know that I did enjoy each of these books. Alright, this is my ranking. Obviously, there will be 2 more books in the series, King of Gluttony and King of Lust. But King of Gluttony doesn't come out until fall next year, and then the next one I don't think comes out until the fall of the following year after that. So, and I'm not going to wait that long to finish this video because I've been working on it since November of last year. And I already said that it was coming soon, so. I know this isn't the best wrap-up outro for books, but it has been a while since I've read a good amount of these. Like, these 2 were read closer together than these ones. But that would be like my little ranking of my favorite, which is the top, to my least favorite of the series so far. There's still 2 books to be released, but I'm not waiting that long to finish this video. So, but I really hope you enjoyed this reading vlog, and let me know which is your favorite out of these books. That was my reading vlog. As I said, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.